Okay, we are talking about solving two-step equations. So our goal in this is the same as with one-step equations. We want to isolate the variable on one side of the equal sign and solve for that variable. Okay, so the method we're going to use is we're going to use opposite operations using reverse order of operations to solve for the variable. Okay, and there's two steps in this. The first step we're going to do is we're going to remove the constant. And then we're going to do that by applying opposite operation, either addition or subtraction. Once that is done, we're going to do our second step, which is to remove the coefficient. Or if it's division, we're going to remove the divisor, and then we'll be left with the variable all by itself. So as we start here, I want to do a reminder. We've so far done one-step equations, which were things such as n minus 5 equals 15. And we solve these by using one step, by using opposite operations. So this is subtracting 5. I add its opposite integer, basically. So add 5 there, add 5 there. So n equals 20. So in other words, that one is 20 subtract 5 equals 15, if I was to check it. We also saw some with multiplication. 3n equals 33. So my operation here is multiplication, so I need to do division to undo. So now I'm left with my variable all isolated by itself on the left side there, and that would be 11. So in other words, to check this, 3 times 11 equals 33. And we're done. Okay, so that's one step. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine these. So for example, we could have one that said 3n minus 5 equals 25. Okay, so now we've just added the two one-step equations, this one and this one, and made them into one that's similar here. So we want to do reverse order of operations. So remember order of operations with BEDMAS. And again, we're doing it reverse because we're undoing so that we can back it up all the way back to we have the starting point, which was the variable. So in this one, we're going to start reverse order of operations. So I need to do subtraction or addition first. So we have subtraction, subtract 5, so I'm going to add 5. That will cancel this out, add 5. I now move everything that's left on the left side down, my equal sign. And then what do I have on the right-hand side? 25 plus 5 is 30. So there's my first step. Now I'm down to my second step. We know how to do these ones. I'm multiplying, so we need to divide. Okay, that cancels that out. What we do to the left, we have to do to the right. That leaves my n isolated. 30 divided by 3 is 10. So now in this, again, every single time, we're going to check or verify that we have the correct answer. So I'm going to write my expression or my equation, but I'm going to substitute the answer for the variable in. So I have 3 times 10, subtract 5. So 3 times 10 is 30, subtract 5 equals 25. 25 equals 25. So it is verified. I am correct. Okay, let's do another one. 2n plus 12 equals 36. Okay, so again, we start reverse order operations, addition or subtraction. Here we see this. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 12. That cancels this out. Subtract 12. 2n equals 24. Divide by 2 to get rid of that multiplication. Divide by 2 on this side. N equals 12. Verify this. 2 times 12 plus 12 equals 36. 24 plus 12, that's going to be 36. Oops, 36. Okay, there's my verifying. Another one. 4f plus 9.3 equals sorry about that. Just grabbing my calculator. Equals, let's say, 43.56. Why not? Okay, so on this one, again, I'm going to get my constant out of here on my first step. So I'm adding 9.3. I'm going to subtract 9.3. Subtract 9.3. Okay, so I'm going to use a calculator, as all of you should as well. If you want to speed this up, or feel free and do it longhand if you would like. So I do that, it leaves 34.26. 4f equals, I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4, f equals, so I hit divide by 4, 8.565. So I verify that, I go 4 times 8.565 plus 9.3, I hope is going to equal 43.56. So times 8.565 by 4, and that gives me 34.26 plus 9.3. Okay, and then I'm going to add 9.3, and that gives me 43.56 equals 43.56. So check, that one's good. Another one, how are we doing with division? Divided by 3 plus 2.6 equals, I don't know, what do you want it to be? 3.8. Okay, so on this one again, even though we've got division here this time, same thing, we still want to get rid of the constant, whatever's adding to, increasing or decreasing. So we're going to get rid of that by subtracting. Subtract 2.6. So we have n divided by 3 now equals 1.2. So I'm dividing my variable by 3, so I need to multiply it by 3 to get rid of that, times 3. So n is going to equal 3.6. Okay, so verifying, 3.6 divided by 3 plus 2.6 equals 3.8. So I go 3.6 divided by 3, that equals 1.2 plus 3.6 equals 3.8. Add those together and you get, oh sorry, that was a 2, not a 3. So I get 3.8 equals 3.8. See, it scared me for a second there. I made a mistake and I added together. I'm like, wait, that's over 4. Okay, but this is correct. So, as you do with the worksheet or any work, remember you always do the verifying stage. Okay, you're verifying your answer. You're proving that you have done the work correctly. Okay, we all make mistakes in little moments. As you just saw, I did this number here incorrect when I brought it down. Okay, and I would have got a different thing. I'm like, wait, that can't be right. So then it makes us go back and look and make sure we've done this correctly. That is solving one-step equation, or two-step equations. Should I do one more? Sure, here's one I like to show. Plus 3n equals whatever it's going to be. 26.5. That's, no, not 5. 26.6. Okay, now this one kind of throws people off again because you haven't seen it with the constant first. But again, that's a positive 9. So I need a negative 9 to get rid of it. So now we're adding on a negative 9. Okay, so it'd be 3n equals, this is going to be 17.6. Now we're going to divide that by 3, divide that by 3. N's going to be, type that on my calculator, divided by 3. Yeah, awesome. 5.86 repeated. Okay, terrible example, but hey, whatever. So then I would verify that 9 plus 3 times 5.86 repeated equals 26.6. So then I would type that in my calculator. And this again, order of operations, that would be times 3 times 5.86 repeated would give me 17.6 plus 9 equals 26.6. Then you add those together and that's 26.6. Check. Okay, last one here. So again, these ones are just to remember, to help us remember preservation of equality and what that equal sign actually means. So I'm going to go 23 subtract 9 on that side, and I'm going to go 3n 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 plus 2 equals 23, subtract 9. Okay? So again, on this one, we want to group things together and simplify. So I'm going to start on this one over here on the right-hand side. So 23 subtract 9 is going to be 14. 3, there we go. So now I can get going here and get rid of that. Subtract 2. It's going to be 12. 3n equals 12 divided by 3 divided by 3, n equals 4. Now to verify, 3 times 4 plus 2 equals 23 or subtract 9. So now you have 12 plus 2 equals 14. 14 equals 14. Check. All right, any questions? Contact me.